Yep, this Brandon King from the New England Patriots.
Jonathan Jones, New England Patriots.
Safety, Melifonwu for the New England Patriots. And you are watching This Is 50.com.
6-time champions, man. Super Bowl champs. Jesus Christ.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy June Archer here. This is 50.com. My man Heineken. Right now, you about to witness greatness. Sit, stay. We got my man Obi, Brandon, Jonathan from the world champion New England Patriots.
6-time champion. It hurts my heart to say that, but 6-time champions, man. Congratulations. What is it like? Y'all won the Super Bowl. This is what, players fight for, man. Only a handful of, a few hundred people could say they got that Lombardi trophy and the rings, man. What was that excitement like, man?
Oh, man, it's a blessing, man. You take it in stride, it's a blessing. That's what you work for, you know what I'm saying? When you're a little kid, that's your dreams, It's your dreams to make it to the big stage and to win it. So, to be there and go out with your teammates, your boys, your brothers that you fight with all year and come out champions, ain't no better feeling.
Was it tough? Because, that game was kind of real slow and rigid, man. Did y'all know y'all had it in the bag, or you like, we gotta knock them out?
I say, for sure, we just had to stay in wherever we had going, because at any point in that game, it was so tight and the score was so close that, one play could completely, transform the entire outcome of the game. So for us, I just felt like it was just, we did it last time, let's go out here and do it again. Nobody, I feel like everybody before the game looked at each other and was like, I'm not gonna be the reason that we don't get this game, handled the right way. And I feel like we took that approach from start to finish.
But now there's a culture that is up there that we know. Belichick, Kraft, they put a culture in place, and you guys practice situational football, right? So you guys in any given situation, you guys are ready for anything that may come your way. So when you say you guys are comfortable, but now stepping outside that, I want to take a step back. Y'all played Auburn, Connecticut. How was the transition from college going into this system?
Well, for me, coming from college, I got drafted to the Raiders. I obviously, appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. But then transitioning into the Patriots, you could see that it's this different type of level. It's a different type of caliber. It's a championship caliber. And for me, coming from a team that wasn't as successful to a team that's at the top of their game, as elite as they are, it was just a lot different. Everything just gets done differently. The standard is set so high. Everybody holds each other accountable, the leadership, and then you're just around a bunch of, great, not only great players, but great individuals like B. King and Jay Jones.
Now, everyone says Tom Brady is the leader, but you guys have so many leaders on team. You got Slater, right? And on defense, you guys get Chung. How do you guys get roped into and subscribe to that winning mentality when you have greats like that who've been on the team for years?
I'll talk about that. I just feel like when you got people on a team that's, has had that success, it's kind of already set in stone for you. So if you got those guys that's been successful time and time, year after another, you look at the formula, what they're doing. So if you got, everything in front of you, you know exactly what they're doing and you know exactly how to get it done, who are you to come into the organization and not do the exact same thing, or not work as hard, or not, be attentive to whatever, anyone's saying, because all that makes a difference in the long run, in the grand scheme of things. So.
Yeah, playing with Brady, man. 6-time champion. Doesn't look like he's slowing down at all, which means more rings, more bigger contracts, more groupies. I'm ignorant. Pardon me. I know you know how I am. But it looks like, based on how the team is gonna load up there's at least 2 or 3 more championships, Lord willing. You know what I mean? I'm going somewhere with this. How difficult is it to win in football? Because, you know, they've been comparing Brady's 6 rings to Jordan's 6 rings. Which you think holds more weight? I know y'all gonna be biased, but think of, you know what I mean? I don't want to undermine Jordan because that's our culture, but you know, it's football. You can snap your leg at any time. You can get deep koofied any time. You know what I mean?
I think the thing, you know, like I said, they both different. But my thing about football, we got 16 opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You got 16 opportunities in a year, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that Super Bowl is one day. You know, it's not a series. It's not like, oh, we had a bad game, we can go get them the next couple of games. It's you show up on that one day and who the best man. You know what I'm saying? And it's less for a chance of error. You know, for him to be great, that you know that consistent. You don't see that.
Because one of the criticisms is y'all play in a division where no one matters but y'all. Jets, it's been 50 years. Dolphins, it's been since Marino. I don't even remember the Bills, Jim Kelly. So they always say y'all play in the weakest division, so that allows you guys to rest more, get cheaper. You know that's the story going around. He don't want to hear it. Break that down for the people that don't understand how hard football is.
People say rest more. You don't understand. Like, there is no rest.
Not the New England way. It's not.
No, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying, your body banged up, you know what I'm saying, whatever, 320-something pound player then fell on top of you, felt the wrong way. You know, give you a day, you know, you come back. We back at it, you know what I'm saying?
Because Brady says y'all practice in the snow till y'all get it right.
Negative 20 wind chill. I'm from Georgia. I'm not used to that. It's negative 20. I'm like, we going inside, right? Nah.
You know, at practice, I'm from Alabama, so I ain't used to it either. People at practice that like they're like spitting like water, like completely froze on their face, like crystals on people's shirt. I'm like, oh, bro, you got some salt or something on you. It's like dried up like sweat. I'm like, what's going on out here? It's crazy. Like, I'm running down the field. I got everything I can even think to put on. But my eyeballs hurt, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so cold. You know what I'm saying? Then you get into games where it's like 15 degrees. You're like, oh man, it's just 15 today, you know? It's a good day. It's a good day, but like it's no let up. And even you can say whatever you want about who we play at the end of the day. Like every time we play the Jets, like it comes down to the last to the wire, regardless. Like everyone's playing us tough, everyone's playing us different. And then you can say if we win division, it don't stop with division. Like after we win the division, then the wins continue to come. So we're still playing, you know what I'm saying, the exact same competition everybody else playing. They're still beating the, you know what I'm saying, competition. So I wouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying, that it's just a division, nothing, you know what I'm saying, but it's games that come after that.
And people saying,
yeah, you know,
get the cheap wins. The teams don't fight back.
At the end of the day,
everybody.
At the end of the day, it's the NFL and the best of the best play.
Exactly.
It just matters on any given Sunday, and it comes down to preparation and execution on that day. You know what I'm saying?
Because people would say, like, if y'all were in the NFC, would the streaks be the same? Would y'all be dominating the same?
We play those teams and we play every. You know, I mean, but it's the NFL. Anybody can win any game. You know, any day.
It's gonna be if this,
if that.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean.
But if they had 6 rings, it'd be a different question. We got 6 rings. Does it for you guys? Does it cheapen the hard work that you guys put in when people say, "Oh well, the Patriots they cheat and Belichick and Brady they X, Y, and Z"? Do you feel like it cheapens the hard work that y'all got?
That shit. I'm not a Patriots fan, but y'all playing differently, man.
I think it just comes down to. I think it just comes down to the guys in the locker room just want it. Like
execution.
we just want it. So we just work hard and compete, and that's how high the standard is set. If you're not at that standard, then you know what I'm saying.
But what makes your organization different than you? Because you played with the Steelers, you said the mindset is different, but they have championships. We got the same amount, right? So it's how does it transition to saying, all right, you played for them, you're playing for the Patriots now, and the mentality is different.
A lot of like haven't been on another team, been on this team, but the message sometimes get a little, I guess, twisted when you have a coach saying something and they haven't like won or been around. You know, if Bill, I'm not saying I don't know. I'm just saying, but if Bill says something like,
you gonna believe
he got a lot of proof to back it up. So like, it's not like, man, I don't know if he know what he talking about, and you know, people going back and forth, and it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, everybody trying to like figure it out. Like when he say it's set in stone, boom, everybody got it. We moving on. It's less of, you know, trying to get the message across. The message is clear. Everybody has the same goal. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that goal, you're not gonna be there. If you're not doing it the way he wanted it to be done, you're not gonna be there. Because at the end of the day, you're a cancer to the team, and if you're a cancer to the team, then you can't depend on you. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are extremely young, so does Tom ever talk about? Because you can see he's competitive. Does he ever be like, fuck them Giants and Eli? It cost me 2 rings. Because you know everybody holds that against.
That's in the past, though.
No one brings up. That's one thing about the organization. If Jay Jones go out, that's one thing. Jay Jones go out and catch 4 picks. We'll we'll go into the meeting, they'll clap for 3 seconds, and Jay Jones will never say nothing about it again.
Man.
On to the next.
You know what I'm saying?
On to Cleveland.
That's just how it is, because at the end of the day, that's in the past. The only thing that matters is the next thing you do when you're on the field, because if you don't execute the next game, I got 3 picks. You go out there and you give up 2 touchdowns, guess where you're going to be at?
You know what
I'm saying? They don't even matter they don't care about the 3 picks no more. You know, it's over with. So that's just how it goes.
Given the political climate right now, part of the hot topic is everything with 45 in the White House. For you guys, what is your perspective on going to celebrate this championship and going to the White House, as opposed to kind of taking a stand on what's been going on over the past year and a half with Cap and not really getting the support from the president that now sits in the White House?
Okay, I went to the last Super Bowl we won. I ended up going to the White House. It wasn't anything political, you know what I'm saying? Everything that was going on, that was put to the side. It was an opportunity for me because we went to national championship in Auburn and completely lost in the last 13 seconds, you know what I'm saying, of the game. So for me, it was the experience. People are like, oh, you can go to the White House. I can't go to the White House and get treated like that and, you know what I'm saying, get through there fast. Like, I've never been to, you know what I'm saying, Washington, D.C. until I think when I was in elementary school. So I don't remember anything. So for me, I went to, experience it and, you know what I'm saying, that's an amazing thing to accomplish, to win the Super Bowl. And for people to come at me I can't believe you went to the White House, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff is going on. You ain't been through what I've been through. You ain't went out there every day and, you know what I'm saying, running against the best talent, hitting people for a living, you know what I'm saying, bleeding for a living, you know what I'm saying, getting stuff put back in place. You can't tell me that you feel a certain type of way about me going, you ain't where I'm at, you ain't sitting where I'm sitting, you sitting where you sitting. So don't try to tell me that. I told him straight up, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, what's going on in the world. It's always gonna be something going on in the world. But for me, that was my experience and that's what I wanted to do, and that's exactly what I did.
Separating the politics from the accomplishment.
Yeah, that's the accomplishment, man. You deserve to go there. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to have that. It's a lot of teams that, been there and they've got the experience. That was my year, and there's no guarantee that you're gonna ever have that opportunity again. So why not take advantage of it?
How about you? I want to hear from my man V as well.
It's 2 ways you can look at it. Man. You can look at it as you can sit out, and protest it, and that's God's choices. Or you can go and you can address it. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody somewhere you got a problem with, you can go to them. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I ain't never really not wanted to go. Like I said, I went to the same trip the last time we won it. I ain't never not went somewhere because somebody was there I ain't like, or somebody was there ain't like me, I pull up. You know what I'm saying? I still go there, and you gotta respect me while I'm there. You know what I'm saying? For who I am. And babe, I'm gonna respect you. But at the same time, there's a lot going on in this country that has to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out how to address it, but it gotta be addressed. You know what I'm saying? But sitting out, they'll turn the page and go to the next day. You know what I'm saying? So you can sit out and protest it, or you can address it. You know what I'm saying? But the problem gotta get solved one way or another.
Oh, for you?
For me, it's kind of going off of what B. King said. I never really had the opportunity to go, but like he said, you may never get the chance to go ever again. And that would be something that maybe I would want to do. And that's it.
I want to ask this question because you just specifically brought up the Auburn situation. for those who are watching, listening, who are trying to overcome something, get through something, adversity hit you guys lost. You said last 13 seconds. How did you overcome? You got to the NFL, which is a great feat, but then to win a national football championship, or I should say world championship, after losing the national championship. How's it feel? What's your mentality trying to go forward in order to win, to get over these roadblocks or humps, speed bumps that people find themselves stuck in because they lost something in life or they lost along the way and they're trying to figure out the next steps?
Well, I say, first of all, everything that you go in life, you can treat it as a lesson. Every bad thing that ever happened to me, it molded me to the person I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm humble because of what I've been through. So you can be humble, you know, in the situation and just learn from it. You know, it's always like in the game, like it just showed me that a game can go very well. Things can go very well for you in life, and then a hiccup happen, and then at the end of the day, like it's over. But sometimes, like you got to take ownership for it, because at the end of the day, like a mistake that's made, you have to, you know, embrace it. You have to, you know what's going on. But it's just any part in life, like one mistake can completely change your whole, you know, life. Like it was one or two plays that completely changed the whole game, but it's a lot of things in between that built up to it. So don't forget about the steps, you know what I mean? Right. Just because you fall down, you know, maybe a step or two, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta work at things. Trust the process. You know, it's consistency. I feel like that's the main thing.
The only thing I ask from y'all when y'all go to the White House, they try to serve you any of them Whoppers, you gotta walk out, man.
Yeah, no burgers.
That right there,
no burgers.
Because
no
as
burgers.
funny as it is, you guys play college football at a high level. So for them dudes to win from Clemson, right? And to see that, I'm like, I get it, you're a teenager, but come on, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, that's what I'm just saying. If you see them, nah, man. What's y'all thoughts on seeing that, though? Because y'all played college football. So, you know what I mean?
I mean, I get where you come. Like, you expect something different. You know what I'm saying? You go to the White House, you put all that work into it. Like, you know, show up to get, you know, some McDonald's. I could have got that down the street. We went, you know what I'm saying? They had the crab cakes, and they're like, it's something I ain't never had in my life. I'm like, all right. Like, I mean, best food I ever had, you know? But, yeah, like, you kind of want a little bit more appreciation and respect for your efforts.
Because they're younger, you know what I mean? And y'all know what it is to go through that, you know, having to go to class, having to have your coaches on your back, you know what I mean? And I'm just like...
College harder than NFL to me. You know, college,
really?
Yeah, college is harder than NFL. Like, you got two jobs. In college, you got two jobs.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I got one job. I wake up and I worry about football.
Right.
You know, in college, I had to work out my grades. You got study hall. I mean, your day in college probably run from 6. I'd be done at 9 o'clock. Like, we get done from practice to study hall, you're at 9. Like, now I'm working at 9 to 5. Like,
on top of that, when you look at it as the, you know, college and the industry and how it's a $1 billion business, I mean, you having young kids that have really no money in their pocket and doing all of this stuff and not really being able to, like, afford, you know, food.
Yeah.
You could sit there and say, like, they was getting paid scholarship and this and that, but at the end of the day, like, these, like us, we would go to games, come home,
nothing in the fridge.
Nothing in the fridge, nothing to eat. It was definitely a struggle to go.
What can universities do to change that? Because it's not just football, it's definitely basketball. I've seen it in soccer, right? You guys are really building these campuses up on your back, blood, sweat, and tears. Do you think it should be a stipend? Do you think it should go past just having a scholarship? And I mean, we can't pay you guys, but it's got to be some kind of compensation because you guys are filling stadiums.
I don't want to cut them off, but here's the thing that they're not understanding. People saying they're getting a free education, but they can't work. Yeah, so it's tough. Like, I want y'all to give that understanding, because people like, you getting a $200,000 education, but I can't get a job to go get food or clothes.
I mean, because I actually did a report on that in college about the what an athlete brings. Like a typical, I think, football, basketball player brings well over that, what it would pay for them to go to school, you know. So if that's the way they want to do it. But I mean, it's so many ways to address it. But like you said, at the end of the day, like, something got to get done. You know, as kids, you leaving home, you leaving your family to go to represent a university, you know, to make them money, to better yourself. But at the end of the day, they got to help, as best they can to help guys along.
I agree with that.
What's the pregame workout like? Who you listening to? Because you just said Kodak on the jack hitting you. Like, what is it? Future blasting? How do you get? Who's the musical influence that gets y'all riled up for the games?
I'm straight TM 103, man.
Nice.
Straight, hey, man.
Nice.
That's just how it is for me. You put that on, and I'm good to go.
Put on for your city. Oh, what you rocking to?
A lot of different things, man. It depends. It depends the mood I'm in.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is what you...
Nah. Nah. It depends the mood I'm in. Cause sometimes I want to be, like gutter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I put on something that's crazy. Or sometimes I like the calm before the storm. So I put on some Janae Aiko.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends.
Who's your favorite artist that y'all rocking to, like outside when y'all not working, man?
I moved to Tennessee, man. I'm messing with all the Tennessee rappers right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking about Gotti.
Dolph, you know
Dolph,
what I'm saying? Key Glock, been bumping Key Glock lately, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ever in Tennessee, let me know, you know what I'm saying? Moneybag, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I moved out north of Nashville, so I'm just feeling the vibe right now, and that's usually my go-to.
You said TM 103,
Straight.
What was y'all thoughts on the Grammys, man? Did y'all get to catch it or anything like that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even catching. We've been rolling.
Listen, when you win 6 rings, nothing else ever matters.
We've been rolling, man.
Until OTAs, they rocking.
Football is an extremely hard sport, and to this day, I'm a Giants fan, and the fact that Eli was able to do what he did again. This is before y'all time, but you know what I mean. But people try to act like those were lucky wins in the Super Bowl and things of that nature, and people feel like he's not a Hall of Famer even though he did that. What's your thoughts on that? Because you played against teams like that. Do you think Eli's a Hall of Famer?
I can't speak on it because it could be more than what we know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not behind the scenes. I hate like when I'm in New England and like I hear the media talking, and I'm sitting right there next to the person they talking about. I'm like, bruh, what they talking about, bro? He's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it could be it could be coaching. It could be player. He you know what I'm saying? He could be happy. Somebody else could be unhappy. You never know. You never know if it's It's a lot that goes into everything. Like it's a time into every play. It could be, you know what I'm saying, something different with, the snap. You never know. It's just a lot of things that has to be, brought out to my attention before I can make
a Super Bowl, so your perspective will count more than anybody else. That's why I like asking these questions, because can't nobody discredit what you're gonna say, man. You know what I mean? And y'all on the defense. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, we all out here to provide for our families, and then at the end, you're motivation, for the young kids, the young generation. So everybody, somebody's favorite player, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you that, and you keeping everything positive, you know what I'm saying? You build your fan base, and the better you play, there's great players in this league, there's good players, and there's average players, And the great players, they separate themselves. So everything will figure itself out. So
I think people this past season they've gotten spoiled with golf and Mahomes putting up numbers that I found it disrespectful, and I want y'all to talk on it, that coming from the Super Bowl game, people are like, yo, that was the most boringest game I've ever seen. But the whole stat is defense wins games. And for me, it was a great game defensively just to see how it played out. But do you feel bothered or disrespected that people are like, yo, I'd rather watch paint dry. Like, this is crazy.
This is what I say about that, right? Because if you sit there and say that, those same people watch the whole game. If it's that boring, change the channel.
It's a different generation, man. It's a quick generation, fast, up tempo. That's what everybody wants to see. They want to see the flashy, the names. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see the chess match. Like people don't want to sit back and play chess and a slow maneuver. That's what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Chess game was a maneuver, and that's not the times right now. People want to see fast scores, touchdowns.
Because that's all they saw throughout
celebrations.
Past 18 games. They've been seeing that the whole season.
That's what they want to see.
Has there been anything that you guys have taken from the locker room because of the culture and kind of inserted it into your personal lives with your family or friends, the way that you guys look at things differently or walk differently based on who you surround yourself with?
It's just, I say definitely being a part of an organization, it's just consistency, man. Just like if someone does something for you, that don't mean that they're gonna do something for you again. So I think that's the main thing. Like in life, like
Hit it with it again though, because I don't think they heard
You know what I'm saying?
If
Like,
somebody does something for you once,
if somebody does something for you once and look out for you, that don't mean they're gonna do it again. Like you gotta have people in your life that wanna be there and that wanna continue to, be a part of your life. So when you get those people that just sometimes they only show up for, the good things.
the wins. They don't show up for the wins.
It's just like, you got family, family your whole life and they got your phone number. But instead of texting you, tell you congratulations, they'd rather write it on social media and get some clarification out of it. Like that ain't sincere. You know what I'm saying? So
what you got?
that's
Your
my stand.
schedule is busy as we close this out. You ringing the stock exchange bell. What else you got going on? I hear you got something going on with the Playboy. Like
we just been moving, man. We had
break it down, man, because
we had
the champions enjoy this.
The champ is here.
Yeah. So after the win, we ended up having our little after party, and it was at our actual hotel. So that was a nice little vibes. You know what I'm saying? That started. I don't even know. I ended up walking back from the Super Bowl, so it probably started way before I got back. Yeah. So I ended up doing that. But after that, we, woke up, probably about an hour later, a little hour of sleep maybe. Ended up catching the bus back, flew back in. The next day, we still had a team meeting, 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Business as usual.
Business as usual, no matter.
I heard that, because people like to see Belichick rigid. I mean, they see him rigid, but I've been told he's one of the funniest dudes behind. Like, he's quick with the snaps, and people don't believe it. I've heard that from multiple people. What's the funniest thing he's ever told you? Like, yo, coach, you bugging.
You just hit me off the top of the head. I can't think of nothing off the top of my head, but
that you can share.
Like I heard he's like a comedian.
Yeah, it's just he's so straightforward that it's funny. You know what I mean? Like he'll straight up like tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like he might disrespect you, but you know what I'm saying? It's all love and he's just trying to, you know what I'm saying? He wants you to execute, you know what I'm saying? He wants you to do, you know what I'm saying, your job.
Let me ask a personal thing, man. One of your teammates who's been battling Josh, man, like how's it been like interacting with him? You know what I mean? Because he's been fighting like his addictions and everything, and I heard he's gonna get a ring, and the team's gonna help with his treatment.
Yeah. So we heard the same thing, but at the end of the day, we kind of try to let Josh handle the situation because. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll never want anybody sitting here talking behind your back.
No, not
you.
you.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm not.
Win,
yeah. But I'm just saying, like, for us, you know what I'm saying? We just behind him 100%, whatever he needs. Yeah. When he was a part of the organization, you know what I'm saying? Like we made him feel at home. Like you know what I'm saying? We spoke to him. When we're around that building, man, it's such tight like it's a tight knit group, and everyone has a place to be at a certain time, and no matter how many days it is. They always find something, so it's always something going on. So you offensive, defensive, we separate for the most of the time, especially we separate for the most of the time. But at the end of the day, like Josh, mingle with everybody, talk. It was all love. It wasn't nothing different. It wasn't like something that was standing out. He was coming to work just like everybody else and running just like everybody else. So I got the most respect for him.
I'll say to piggyback off of that, how important is it for us to embrace mental health? Because it's not just Josh, there's a lot of people out here, people who just have regular 9-to-5s. How important is it to embrace this as we start to wrap things up for those who are looking to figure out, next steps for mental health?
I think, like I said, changing the subject, changing the culture, the topic, on being able to speak freely. You know what I'm saying? Especially us, black males, just being able to speak about our problems and everything going on. Not being too hard to speak on, the problems of life and share that with your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta all be here for each other. And that's everybody. You find somebody you can lean on, because it's gonna get hard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing in life is gonna get hard. So you gotta find some people you can count on and depend on and be your support system.
You guys are having dinner at the Playboy Club. What's on the menu for y'all? Cause no hamburgers. What are you ordering?
Man, I don't even know.
Come on.
I'm just.
Steak? What are you, a steak guy?
Well, he gonna get the crab cakes because he loves the crab cakes.
Hey man, I'm here to enjoy New York, man.
I'm gonna go classic, something ribeye, what I'm saying, nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with a ribeye. Always.
He from the South.
Yeah, he from the South. No, just no regular meat and potatoes on it for you. All right. Listen, where can we follow you? What can we see next? Just let everybody know so we can shout you out.
Obi Melifonwu, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Obi_1 and only. I mean, I'm ready to, do my thing, man.
Alright. Get it on Jones 31, IG, Twitter. Follow me. Ready to show some love.
Yeah, my Instagram _King205. Y'all can't have my Snapchat because that's for me. Twitter, you know what I'm saying? _King205 also. There we go.
Yo, it's my man Heineken, June Archer. Fellas, let's put up the 6 for him, man. Let's put up the 6 for him.
I'm a Giants fan. I'll put up the 4.
Yo, thank
Jets
you
number 1, I guess.
Peace.